today we're going to talk about the basics of SEO for your dental practice website. So, what are we going to cover today? We're going to cover things from headlines, what content to put on, backlinks. We're going to cover all of the different aspects that can help your website rank higher on Google so that you can get more new patients. So, the first thing I'm going to do is bring up a website here and show you a little bit about the basics of what's on page SEO. So meaning if you're going to hire someone to do SEO for you, you want to know what they've done in the past for other clients and look at some of their websites and be able to see, is it any good? Are they, is it what I want done on my site? So you already have a website, for instance. Hopefully it's on WordPress, as WordPress is the most common one that people are going to be able to edit and be able to do things on. Wix and some of the other ones aren't as easy to edit. This particular site is actually on Squarespace, and that's still pretty easy to edit. It just depends on the platform and what you have going on whether or not the agency you work with may be able to work with you. So let's look at the first thing. You're going to be your headlines. The headline is called an H1. The headline one is what I would call maybe the title of the chapter. So each page is a chapter of the book, and the main title is going to explain what that chapter is about. We always want to make sure that their keyword, whether it's dental or dentist or something in that realm, is in your H1. So you could have dental practice, you could have dentist, you could have dental. As long as there's something in that form that's in your headline, it's going to help Google see the relevancy for your area. So then the second part is the city, and so you go from topical relevancy to local relevancy. And so this brand name helps as it helps you rank for your brand name. But another idea for this website right here actually could be family dentistry in Spearfish, South Dakota. That could be another option as well. And then below it, we're just trying to build up trust with the people in the area. So when they see it, they see that we're at 200 plus reviews, just like a little tagline, local friendly smiles you can trust, and then how to contact you. So first off is your headline one. And then beyond that, you have your headline twos. H2s are also very relevant to back up the title of that chapter. So for example here, we have dental care for families in Spearfish. So we're going along the lines of families, dentistry, family dentistry. All of those are in the same synonyms of what we want to rank for. So that's in the H2 here. You see dental services right here. And then you start getting into some more of the services, dental cleanings and exams, emergency dentist. And obviously down the page more, we're going to have more content as well that relates around dentistry. But what I want to point out is that even in your first paragraph here, you're going to be talking about the toothache and professional care and the Spearfish dentist. And so this is what we want to rank for, Spearfish dentist. So we want to make sure that that keyword is right there in that top paragraph. So that Google knows, like, hey, they're talking about Spearfish. Clearly, we need to rank them in this area. Content that builds on your topic. So you have dental cleanings, and then you're helping to build on it with the tooth extraction and root canals. Google knows they're all in the same relevancy. And so the more content we can have on this website, the better. So let's go to the dental cleanings page. So we jump over to the dental cleaning and exams page, and once again, we have our H1. So you got your H1 on the main site, and then you also have it on the service pages as well. And we once again have it pointed out that it is also in Spearfish, South Dakota. And so we want to continually hammer down on the content for not only dentistry, using the words dental and dentist and dentistry throughout our pages, also the city for that local relevancy. And then as we scroll down, we're going to have more city or more content about that page for the dental cleaning, and then Spearfish, South Dakota. And dental exams, so we're working in dental cleaning here, working in dental exams here, cleaning again, and we just put the branded name one more time so that the brand name stands out. And then there's a call to action here before we have more content. Now, pages can be different. Like you can have sites that have a lot more visuals, and that's really up to the person that designed your website. That's not something that the SEO company or ads agency typically is doing after the site is built. So when you're building the site, if you want to put in more pictures and content, I highly recommend it so that you can make the site a little bit more interactive versus a lot of content. But this site right now that we're looking at is being able to show how there's good content or kind of supporting each of the services. So dental cleaning, the tooth extractions, and implants. And then finally at the bottom of the page, we have scheduled an appointment. And then you can see some of the hours and the office. But the main thing that we're looking at for the basics of SEO has to do with content. So main key takeaway is you have your headline, your H1 here, and then you have H2s. You only have one H1, and you have multiple H2s. There are, which is headline 2. And now H3s aren't really looked at by Google at all. They're just supporting titles. So if you have a title that may not have a keyword, it might be something like a sub paragraph of your chapter that you're talking about. That might be a little bit shorter of a phrase. It might not even have a keyword in it, and you could put it as an H3. And then let's talk about blogs. So you have your service pages, and now you're going to have your blogs that provide more content for your topical relevancy and also a little bit about the area you service. For example, if someone were from further away, they might want to come to your practice, and it's very possible that, so we have Spearfish, South Dakota here, but if we have, let's see, some older blogs, I have some old ones in here that we probably might not have. We kept it all to Spearfish in the blogs. I know what it is. It's in my. I have some pages that are further away. So we have dentist near Belfouche, and so what it is this dentistry. This dental practice is about 20 minutes away from this area, and people may drive over. And so when they come in, you can say, okay, look, if you're looking for a dentist, come over here to Spearfish and you can learn more. And we kind of give an idea for them to be able to look like, hey, we're not too far away. And so that's where you can do some local relevancy as well, where it's like, hey, I'm also near Belfouche, but I'm going to tell you, here's my address. Here's where you can find us in Spearfish. And we actually get a lot of people that are like, hey, I found your website on Google, and it's because of the SEO that's on the site. So city pages are good for people in a more rural area that have people that drive a little further away. So, for example, if you're in a big city like Rapid City down here, you might do some surrounding cities like Blackhawk and Rapid Valley and Box Elder, so people can come and travel and see you. If you're in a really big city like Dallas, you might just have your surrounding cities. Let's just do like Dallas, Texas, and give an example. If you were on, say, like in Addison, you could potentially do something in Carrollton. Just depends on if there's a lot of dentists there. Um, it it is possible that people will drive over. It just really depends on how densely populated your area is and how far someone might drive. Now, beyond 15 minutes in a big city is probably a little too far. It is possible, but my point is you're giving Google the relevancy that you are located in this area. So if you're in Addison, you might do something with Carrollton. You might do something with maybe some of these small little things like North Dallas or the estates. Those are just some ideas. Otherwise, you might want to just hammer down and focus on your main big city. Okay, let's talk about the blogs in more detail here. So these blogs are just more topical relevancy with dental care tips for toddlers. We're trying to give that relevancy for peds, for children's dental care. I'm trying to think, children's dentistry is the word I was looking for, the keyword. And so we're backlinking from our blog back to the children's dentistry page. And so, each of these links can either go to a page on our site, or we're actually linking out to go to another page on another site. So like this example of like baby teeth, we're just pointing it out to, hey Google, we think this is something that's relevant to us. So that's where you might need to just tell Google we're relevant about it. Okay, so let's pop back in here, a little bit of ADA, backlinks as well. So it kind of helps those sites out as well when we do it. But the idea is to link back to our main core page. So these pages still have an H1. It is very possible that these can actually rank on Google and people can come in. We have actually seen the buyer journey start on a blog and then end up on a service page before. Um, then we have our titles. These are H2s, and we kind of keep on hitting on children's dentistry. So we're building up that relevancy that, hey, we work with children. Another example would be, say you have a broken tooth or emergency. We have our brand name here, just going to our home page. We have a link here going to our emergency dental page. And so we're just providing Google relevancy to, hey, our emergency dentist page here, here's what we have to say about it. And Google can then say, aha, they have a lot of content about emergency dentists. We should help them rank better by putting them up. So we have broken or chipped teeth, and this is, links out. But it's all great content here that helps build up that topical relevancy. And then I'm going to just hit on this one more time about doing Spearfish South Dakota, Spearfish SD. All of these just say, Google, I am in this area. Please rank me for this site. Okay, now, after you have all these pages built out, and you're like, you know what, I could do all of that in 1 month. Well, you probably don't want to do that. You probably want to actually do some pages 1 month, some blogs a different month. You might want to do things, spread out. And here's the reason why: you have your website, and the fresher the content is for Google, the more likely they are going to rank your site. So you don't want to just do 100 blogs and then just not do anything. You want to do them consistently. So, for example, our agency right now is working with Flower Family Dental, and we're doing about 5 blogs, I believe it is, every month right now for him on the package that he's on. And we're doing that each month to provide consistency to his practice so that Google goes, aha, there's fresh content. We should rank the site even better. So that's something to keep in mind. And the second thing that you need to do is get backlinks to your site. So backlinks is where you guest post on another website about something in the realms of dentistry, and you backlink it to your pages. So for instance, any of these pages about services could be backlinked. So let me give you an idea on where that can be found. So if you use Ahrefs, or Hrefs, I think is many people call it, this is a paid program, so you may not have full access to this. I'll give you an example on how over time what happens with organic traffic and pages. Now keep in mind, if you see this and you're like, oh wow, a bunch of traffic, it's actually based upon keywords. So I'm gonna give you an example here. This shows you how many pages have been crawled. So as you can see, we're adding blogs each month. It's continually going up. And as the crawled pages are increasing, that's where your rankings are going to increase. Organic traffic, though, is just based upon the keywords. This is not true. Organic traffic just shot up. I can tell you the back end of the site is not like that. We increase slowly over time because of our SEO. And then you can see organic pages as well here. You can see that increase. It can try to guess what things are. Honestly, it tries to say what the rating is for the site and how many, let's see, referring domains. There we go. Like where we're getting some of our backlinks from. It tries to index that to get an idea for what's going on. But at the end of the day, no matter how you look at um, these charts, a lot of times you have to go, well, what's the actual number of leads they're getting? What's the actual number of traffic, people on the site? And that's something you're not going to know except for your own site. You're not going to know what someone else's site is. You have to look at Google Analytics to be able to see that. And so sometimes you do have to treat these like a grain of salt, where it's like, okay, why were they going up and then they decreased? What dropped off? It could have been honestly that they had a press release and then a press release, the links fell off. And so when it comes down to it, is just continually building up backlinks. And here's an idea of looking at backlinks. Um, and you can see there's a guest article about comprehensive dental care, finding the right dentist near Sundance, Wyoming. So we're backlinking from a blog about Sundance so that we can get more relevancy to our site for Sundance, Wyoming. That's where we want to rank as well. This looks like an old link before it went to, you can see how it changed. This was an old backlink from a previous website because this was bought out. So it went from Smile Spearfish to Blower. Dental clinic in Spearfish, South Dakota, dental care. And so we're using all sorts of different keywords when we're backlinking so that we can provide relevancy to Google to say, hey, we have this article and we're getting a backlink for it. Here's an example of how the site has traffic on it. Doesn't mean you're getting traffic from that site. It's just showing like this is a good domain, 55, and it has traffic on it. So Google needs to look at it. Let me see if I can do the most recent. It's always good to do new. I'm just going to do some of the most recent ones. This is from like our website, backlinking into Dr. Blauer's site as well. And so that's we have a really high domain rating for our site. There's traffic on it, so that's a positive. It's coming from the home page. That's always good. Let's go through some of these that are new. Quality dental services in and around Deadwood. So it just gives you an idea that we're not trying to say we're in Deadwood, but it's around Deadwood. And we backlink into the homepage. A lot of times when you look at these sites, we just give you an idea on, you might backlink to the homepage from the first, oh, here we go. The first link says dental Deadwood, South Dakota. That's just a keyword. So the link it's going to is dentist near Deadwood. And so we're actually backlinking to this core page here. We're just using different anchor text on the site so that we can try to rank for the word dental. So if someone were to Google dental Deadwood or dentist Deadwood, that's what we want to show up for. And so we're trying to do a variety. Dental Deadwood, South Dakota near me. Give some other examples as well. And then just Blower Family Dental. And so each of these are just backlinks to our site. So you have on page, then you have off page SEO, and as you're getting more backlinks, that's what increases the number of referring domains and the referring. I don't think it has a. There we go. I think some of these are only referring domains versus saying referring pages. And it can vary quite a bit. But my point is that you can't just have a website alone with just content, but you need to make sure you have backlinks as well. So when you're thinking about how to do SEO, think holistically. Don't just think about only your website or only the content or just doing it and doing it one and done. That would be a lot like cleaning your teeth and doing nothing else with it. You want to do proactive maintenance on it. And so that's why it's good to always be doing blogs and backlinks every single month. If you would like us to do an audit on your website and get a feel for what's been going on, where you're at, book a call with me today at creativelyyinnovative.com. Get a free consultation, and I'll look over it with you on a video call so we can see it both at the same time and figure out a good plan for you moving forward. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you give me a like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos on how we can help you grow your practice. Thanks for watching.